Thiccasaurs podcast.
Hello. Today is episode 66 of our Thiccasaurs podcast. Woo woo! It is officially, once this is released, I think, officially July. In Oklahoma. It would be July once this episode is released. So, these are our three hosts for today. Sadly, Mama Thiccasaur is not here again because some medical attention to her kiddos have come up. So this is one of host number one.
Oh, Melissa.
And then we have Anna. Oh,
Anna.
Anna. And then me, your host for this today. But yeah, so like I said, it's July, and it's usually Oklahoma's hottest month.
I know, it's hot.
Like
We were hotter than Miami for like a good week. I'm pretty sure we still are hotter than Miami right
I kept
now.
looking at my phone, and the weather thing kept saying excessive heat, excessive heat.
Yeah.
it's like to the point where we don't even want to go out. Like I went out one day. It wasn't even July, and I had like, I don't know if y'all can see, but I have a really bad tan because of that. And so I was in the shade the whole time too, and I still got burnt really bad. But anyway, so it's the month of July, and so I thought we could do some month of July holiday fun facts and folklore for this month.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm getting this from the Old Farmer's Almanac website. So we'll probably get some farmer facts too for month of July. Melissa.
What?
Just facts for gardening. Just to
Wait,
help.
so honorable
They're all
mentions.
dying because it's too hot.
I was like, we know how many people in our family have July birthdays? 1, 2, 2? Just 2?
Immediate family?
Immediate
Yes.
family?
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm just saying, because in mine,
Like
I'm a
yours-
house of I have a whole bunch of Leos, so I have like 2 as well.
Oh.
No, 3 in my family too.
Mm.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. I was going to be like, yeah, you have a lot of July babies. And
I
then I was
know.
calculating, and I'm like, that means they were consumed like around Halloween.
I don't think we need to know that.
But yeah, it will be around, Halloween, early November, I think, around there.
Oh, to be born
Around
in
in July, yeah.
Wow.
If it's the full 9. Like,
If it's full 9 months.
yeah.
Dang.
Around, October, November.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. So, the month of July. July is named after Roman dictator Julius Caesar from 100 BC to 44 BC.
Julius.
Caesar developed the precursor to the Gregorian calendar we use today. Totally forgot about that word, Gregorian calendar. But okay, so for the July calendar, these holidays that they have listed
Is it facts you said?
for like holidays and
Oh, okay.
dates that they have for July.
I'm trying to think.
So July 1st is Canada Day. It's a Canadian federal holiday that celebrates the creation of Dominion of Canada in 1867.
So isn't that like their Independence Day too then, I guess?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Oh.
And then July 3rd brings the start of the hot and sultry dog days of summer. I don't know what that is, but
It just sounds like that's when the hot weather starts. That's from what you're reading.
yeah. And then J4, as everyone knows, is Independence Day.
Oh yeah, special shout out. Right now there's a whole bunch of people getting ready for July 4th in Minnesota because it's free.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's J4
Mhm.
weekend for Minnesota.
So a whole bunch of people are up there.
I like what they're
The
wants.
entrance is actually free, like it's, because it's a non.
I think J4 weekend was this past weekend.
Oh really? They passed
Yeah,
already?
because Auntie had said,
Mhm.
she was like, hey, are you guys going to come up? And I was like, for what? And she was like, they're doing the
Tournament.
Tournament. They're doing that a week early. Because I asked them, I was like,
Oh,
wait, isn't the same weekend that we're going to go do our family reunion? And she's like, no, they're doing it the week before. So it was technically last week.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that makes sense because I do know a few church people that I'm friends with on Facebook. They posted that they went up to Minnesota this weekend. Past
Oh,
weekend.
that explains why now I see their social media stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it was, I think she said, yeah, it was free this year. That's why
Yeah.
she wanted us to go.
What? So she can find his potential people.
I think it's just because it's free
think
and
it's
she
just
knows that
free.
you guys like those types of things.
I just like it because of the Moan clothes and I get to buy Moan stuff.
I don't know. I feel like
too.
last time I went, it was a lot of walking,
It was because you had to, there's no like,
and there was like
public
a lot of
parking.
hills.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted food, you had to walk across the sports fields to get to the food vendors. From what I remember, that was a long time ago. For J4, it says, on the 4th of July, we celebrated the adoption of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. Don't forget to raise the flag. That's what they say. And then there's also July 7th, which marks the Islamic New Year, which begins the first sighting of the crescent moon after the new moon in the month of, I'm going to butcher this, Muharram? Muharram?
Mahram, that sounds better.
I'm sorry. I'm butchering this. Yes. I'm sorry. This event signals the start of the Islamic lunar calendar year.
Ooh.
So interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then July 14th is it Bastille Day, which commemorates the storming of the Bastille and the start of the French Revolution. And then they also have Just for Fun Days, which is July 11th, which is the International Town Criers Day.
Crying? Like crying?
Yeah, criers.
Oh.
Criers.
Yep. And then July 17th will be the National Hot Dog Day. July 22nd is Spooner's Day. July 23rd is National Day of the Cowboy.
Cowboy! Sorry.
I don't know what they do on that day, but it sounds interesting.
They save a horse, they ride a cowboy.
What day is that? The 23rd?
The 23rd.
Okay, first of all,
Watch her.
that is not what I was thinking.
I don't know what she was thinking. I just thought what
I
they
was
do
just
on
gonna
the
be
Cowboy
like,
Day.
I'm going to dress up as a cowboy that day.
23rd?
It's actual
It's on a Tuesday.
National Day of the Cowboy.
Yeah, National Day of the Cowboy. It does not give me details of what they do on that
Cool.
day.
Yeah, it's on a
but
Tuesday.
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 Okay.
Oh, that's cute.
I'm going to dress a little country that day with my little cowboy boots.
Oh, yeah. And then July 27th is Take Your Houseplants for a Walk Day.
Hell
We don't
to
have
the no.
houseplants in the house because that will bring gnats, and we have a huge battle with those. And then the final day that they have listed is July 30th, which is National Cheesecake Day.
Oh, my sibling's birthday is National Cheesecake Day.
I'm going to say just for this year, I'm going to say. I don't know
Probably.
if it's...
Oh, it's another Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where my Golden Girls at? I'm going to binge on Golden
Do
Girls.
they like cheesecake?
Yeah, girl.
Oh.
That's what they eat. When
Oh,
they...
I don't watch it.
Oh, you never
watch
seen it?
No, I don't watch
Yeah,
it. Watch
Golden
it.
Girls is known for them talking about sex all the time and eating cheesecake all the time.
Oh, why do I never see them talk about or
Cheesecake?
mention about cheesecake the whole time you're watching it?
Because they're sitting down eating the cheesecake. They're not saying...
Oh,
Let's eat. They're just kind of like
Yeah.
eating it
all
the
I
time.
think of is them talking about sex. Are they talking about
Yeah, they just bring it. They don't
what's her
talk
face?
about
What's
it.
Betty
Oh.
White's character's name?
Rose?
Rose and her is it Minnesota or Wisconsin?
Minnesota.
Minnesota stories that she has back
Yes,
there about.
Yes. Back in St. Olaf.
Yeah, that's all I remember them talking about. Okay, so back into the July topic. For the July weather, summer temperatures on average will be hotter than norm from New England through the Atlantic corridor in Florida and the deep south through Texas and the Midwest and on to California. In terms of rainfall, much of the country has normal to below normal rainfall. especially in New England and the Midwest. However, West Coast, Texas, and the Atlantic corridor will see normal to above normal rainfall. So, I mean, we didn't have that much rain normally in July that I remember, even in the past. Did we?
I don't know.
I don't know because
I
I
feel
felt
like-
like it rained a lot last month. Right? Was it last month?
Yeah.
It rained a lot, like almost every day. It felt like, and then now we're not like getting any rain. So I guess that makes sense. But
We just had rain yesterday.
oh well, but then like compared to last month,
Oh,
because
I feel like it comes really fast and it goes really fast.
that's
Like
why
I don't even know that it was supposed to rain until you get the notification on your phone.
Me and my old self, old person self, when I was watching the news, I think was it last week, they were mentioning that we could have gotten, yes, some rain, but we weren't expecting actually rain because of the weather happening up, I think, around Florida, around that area, I think.
That reminds me that when I first moved down here years ago, it was during the middle of the summer. So it was like around June-ish, July. And we had like not gotten used to all this rain. Like, and it would come and go, like you said. It would storm really bad and then it would just disappear. And then like it will happen like that. And then like every couple days, and we're like, dang, this is crazy weather.
I had some of our Minnesota people when they first came down here when we did DBS a long time ago. They were like, I've never seen it rain and sunshine at the same time.
It's like,
And
well,
I'm like,
welcome to Oklahoma.
yeah. I'm like, okay. I thought that was normal. And they're like, no, we've never seen that. I'm like, okay. But yeah.
Nope. And then it's funny because like most people up north think July is probably the best time to come down here because of the weather. We're just like,
No.
no, this is the worst time you guys
It's
decided
hot.
to
Well,
come.
it's because like up there, their summer weather is like 70 degrees in the summer, or 80. But so
Like
it's not
80,
like
yeah, 90.
it's not 90 to 111.
That's like it's the when we had our grandpa's party a few months back, and some of the Minnesota people were all dressed like for the summer, and this was back in March, and they were dressed up ready for the summer, and then we us Oklahoma people were looking at each other, we're like, y'all crazy. March is still winter for us.
Like, y'all see the weather? It's like 40 degrees, 50 the highest.
They'll be wearing like booty shorts, and then like you can see them shivering because it's cold, and we're like, yeah, y'all should looked it up
Yeah.
that Oklahoma is not spring yet in March.
Yeah, they had to go to, I think, like Walmart or like Target to go get some winter clothes, quote unquote.
That was some of our Texas cousins too.
yeah,
They
winter
thought it was
clothes,
gonna be
and
like
there's
hot.
nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. And I'm like, so sorry, y'all, but
It's like, nope.
this
March-
weekend specifically, it's really cold.
Yeah.
We had to bring our big coats back out.
Yeah, but for sure, yeah, July is our most worst month of the heat. I think it was July and August probably. Well, yeah. Okay, back to the month of for July facts. So this is for July astronomy. Okay, so I think for this year.
Is this for this? All this information is according to this year.
Yes, this year.
Oh,
2024.
Here we go.
So, July astronomy, the buck moon. July's full moon, the full buck moon, occurs on Monday, July 21st. It reaches peak illumination at 6:17 a.m. EDT time. So Eastern, I'm going to say. Rising above the horizon after sunrise, but it will still be as spectacular in the night sky. I don't know why it's called the buck moon. Let's just look it up.
Maybe because it's pretty, I guess. It's a full moon, though.
Oh, okay. So it says July's full buck moon rises after sunset on Sunday. Why is it called the buck moon? The full moon named used by the Old Farmer's Almanac comes from a number of places, including Native American, Colonial American, and European sources. Traditionally, each moon named was applied to the entire lunar month, which it occurred not solely to the full moon. So sorry. The full moon in July is called the buck moon because the antlers of the male deer bucks are in full growth mode at this time.
Oh.
Bucks shed and regrow their antlers each year, producing larger and more impressive set as the years go by. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. When I think of bucks, I think of my boyfriend and his basketball team. But anyway, back to the thing. So moon phases for July for this year. New moon will be on the July 5th, which I'm pretty sure none of us...
Anytime I get a chance.
See, I've
If
never
you know,
watched
you
those-
know. That's
I've never
all I'm
watched
saying.
those series, so...
We should do a marathon of that once.
I watched a parody. I don't know if that counts.
We should do a marathon of that, and then I'll do we should do like a rotated out a marathon of each favorite cringy.
How many
one.
movies is there? Is there 5, 6? 6, right?
I think so.
Because
Right?
Breaking Dawn is broken up into 2.
Yes. So there's Twilight. There's New Moon. There's
Eclipse?
Eclipse, and then Breaking Dawn 1 and 2. So there's 5. Yeah,
Oh.
I think so.
See, I didn't know that.
I think I've only watched the one where Jacob comes in.
That's the New Moon one.
New Moon, and then I saw the end one, Breaking Dawn
Dawn Part 2.
Part 2.
That's what Mike says to me. He goes, I was like, you need to sit down and watch with me. He goes, I've only ever seen when Jacob becomes a wolf
Yeah.
and when they fight. And, and I'm like, yeah, that's what everybody usually sees too.
Yeah, that's all that I saw.
Anyway, we should do that. We
I
should
only-
rotate it.
I only know Ryan Higgins and his movie parodies.
We'll do
Movies
our
and
guilty
edits.
pleasure marathons and then we'll watch it. We'll switch it, rotate out. I think we should do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but okay. So the new moon will be on July 5th. First quarter moon will be on the 13th of July. Full moon will be on the 21st of July, and then the last quarter moon will be on July 27th. And then other astronomy highlights. July 5th is the time of the aphelion, when Earth is the farthest it will get from the sun for the entire year. Specifically, will be 94,506,364 miles away from our bright star.
Wow.
Damn, I had to sit there and remember if it.
I would have been like, read this number for me.
I was like thousands, millions, right? I think millions
I
is
was like,
after.
11211.
That's what I was going to say.
Whatever number that is.
00000. You guys come up with that. It just reminded me of the Rent song. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments.
Okay, so, and this is where the gardening tips come in for the month of July.
Oh, God. Lord knows, Melissa and I need that.
This one says, for July gardening, dehead your flowers, removing faded blooms from your spring perennial flowers such as peonies, bearded irises, Asiatic
I think you said it right, Asiatic.
lilies.
Oh.
And then 2, harvest daily as vegetables always taste better when young and tender.
That's true.
3, stay on top of pests with daily walks of your garden, daily walks of your garden. And then 4, mulch. Retain moisture and suppress weeds with mulch.
But you know what? I found out that mulch can spontaneously combust. So you have to be careful with mulch.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like you can literally set your lawn on fire or your house if you have mulch near your house.
Why is that?
It's like, I think it's because it's so dry and then just with the sun and everything, it will just spontaneously combust. So you have to be very careful.
Oh, didn't know that.
I learned it from the TikTok University.
Oh.
I'm thinking of my harvest game that I had, and I'm like, mulch. What did we mulch in my other game? In my game? Because like, man, that samurai game, Sakuna, it was a garden game.
It's so funny because you're watching Molly plant rice, and you're literally So other harvesting games or farming games, they automatically it's a grid, so you can just do it as a grid. But
It'll
this
follow.
one
Yeah.
is not a grid.
Yeah, I
It's
remember.
so she's going in a straight line doing rice, and all of a sudden she goes.
Okay, you gotta keep in mind, if you guys
It's hard.
if you guys seen how Asian people harvest, like plant their rice, it's literally like individual bundles
Yes,
of
into the
Yes.
ground.
And so the way that it was you have it's not a keypad that you're using analog on the switch. So when you're going down, you think you're going fully down straight, but in reality you're not, because the other analog is to figure out your angle too. So if you move your angle a little bit, that person's gonna follow you that way. So I was like, crap! And I was like, I had to fix it, but then you can't fix it because once it's planted, it's planted.
That's so realistic. It's
Yeah.
already done.
And so I was watching her do it. She's just.
Yes.
It's really hard.
So
though.
literally, like, I had a line that was like, and then like my rice grew that way.
Yeah.
It just grew like that,
Wow.
and I was just
Pretty
like,
funny.
lesson learned.
Did you finish that game already?
I'm at the very end,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just not ready to end it because I think I left the human world, and I think I'm in the gods and goddesses world right now, the spiritual world, and I think I'm doing like, she's finishing her debt that she's doing,
Oh.
and I haven't finished that part yet. But okay, so back to the gardening. Number 5, look at your gardens, see what you destroy, all kinds of weeds before they go to seed. And they do list 13 most common weeds. But I don't know if you guys want to go into detail with that.
Nah, next.
All right.
Thank you. Next.
They do have recipes for the season. Most of them are a lot of squash and vegetable recipes. Everyday advice. Warm weather allows us to get outside and complete some annual household duties.
It's too hot outside.
But yeah, we can.
And wear sunscreen.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They got folklore for the season.
Ready. I like that kind of stuff.
Let's see if I can pronounce these correctly. Near trust the July sky is one of them.
Wait, what?
Never. I'm gonna say never.
Is it an
Oh.
old English? That's like.
I think so.
Never trust the July sky. I'm trying to say it in. That's one of them. Next one is, if anthills are high in July, the coming winter will be hard.
Oh.
You know,
I like that folklore.
I'm like thinking, it's like, oh yeah, usually,
It's been so long since I've seen an anthill.
yeah. That's what I'm like.
I don't
That's
have
why,
a,
because we don't have really harsh winters here. Based on that folklore.
That's true.
Yeah.
I was really hoping it to ice in February like it usually does.
But it didn't do it this year.
It didn't. Just like, dang it.
Well,
Maybe
then I
that
guess
one
you should go
day.
look for, anthols.
Anthols.
From what I
Yeah.
remember, yeah, the only times I've seen like really big anthills was like a long time ago when we were young, when we did
Yeah.
have really bad winters.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or like when it actually snowed.
Yeah,
Snowed.
to where we would be able to kick the
Yeah.
anthill. You know.
Oh my God, y'all are bullies.
Well, we didn't kick it, but you know how
Well, you know how the
kids,
kids
were,
kick
you know.
it. Yeah.
It was high enough to
Sure.
where you could kick it. Oh,
Where it's like topples over, like it's really high.
Yeah.
yeah. From what I remember. Yeah. Nope, I just knew that once they get on you, they can bite you. So I didn't want to do it.
I didn't mess with the ants at all.
Another folklore is, as July, so next January. Don't know what that means.
As July.
As July, so next January.
I don't know. But usually that's like the halfway point. Ish. I don't know. Usually. I don't know. Keep going.
They must be just talking about like the weather again.
Probably. I was like, maybe. Like, kind of like how the hills are high in July. Winter will be hard. Probably the opposite. Pretty much the same or the same. I don't know. Anyway. No tempest. Good July. Lest the corn look ruly. Don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Less the corn.
No tempest. Good July. Lest the corn look ruly.
Aren't tempests, I wouldn't say godly people, but like, what are tempests?
I don't know.
When I think of Tempest, I think of Call of Duty.
Me too.
Interesting.
Oh, never mind. Totally wrong. Tempest is a violent, windy storm.
No storm could July, lest the corn look ruly. What does ruly mean?
Let's see here.
Ruely.
Obedient or orderly.
I'm gonna assume it's talking about if no storms in July, then your corn will be well. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, so we were right though. Weather related.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. No tempest, good July. Lest the corn look ruly. I don't know what lest means either.
I think it's unless
unless.
the corn looks ruly. Which ruly is orderly. Tempest is a windstorm. So no windstorm, you get a good July. Unless the corn looks
Ruly.
orderly.
That's how I was like, no storm would means a good July.
I don't know.
We're too invested in this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last folklore they have is, whatever July and August do not boil, September cannot fry. I'm too invested in that.
I don't know. It sounds like it's weather related again.
Yeah, sorry.
Sounds like food, like harvest. Summer.
It is a farmer's.
Because usually in the fall you harvest your vegetables and stuff.
according to that game.
So
yes.
that makes sense then. Yeah.
Something to do with food, I'm pretty sure.
Basically, whatever doesn't grow or whatever, you can't harvest it.
Pretty
Yeah.
much. That's what I'm guessing.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Who knows, man? Take this with a grain of salt. We don't know.
We don't
what we're
even.
saying.
This is our TED Talk of Old
Yeah.
English.
This
Old
is
English,
how
yeah.
our brain works, okay? And we're just making predictions.
Okay, on to the next. So, July birth flower. July's birth flowers are larkspurs and water lily.
Oh, that's so pretty. Water lilies.
Yep, the larkspur, especially white forms, generally indicate lightheartedness, pink fickleness, purple first love. The water lily symbolizes purity of heart. I had to sit there and
Oh, that's cute.
think.
I think that's true.
the larkspur.
Larkspur?
Yeah, generally indicates lightheartedness, and then pink fickleness, and purple first love. That the way they did it, I'm a little confused, but
Oh, I think that's true. My
So-
siblings.
The pink means fickleness. Purple means first love.
What is larkspur? A flower, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does
larkspur is. They look like Let me see. They're purple. They look like that.
That's so pretty.
That's why when I was looking at
Mom and dad's.
mom and dad's birth flowers, it was hard to decide what to use. But anyway, so back to the subject for July. July's birthstone. The July birthstone is the ruby, which is believed to protect its wearer from evil. Sorry, fix the mic.
Why are you smiling? Crazy.
She's like, protect.
That's all I was
I
like.
know, I was like waiting for her to pronounce it. I was like, because I was laughing inside, I would stumble my words too.
Yeah. Ruby is derived from the Latin rubius, which means red. This gem is a red form of corundum. All other colors are sapphires. The ruby's color is due to the presence of chromium, which also makes the gem subject to cracks. High quality rubies are transparent, vibrant, purplish red. Cloudier samples or ones containing brown, orange, or pink tones are less valuable. Many rubies nowadays are heat treated to improve color saturation and transparency.
Okay.
Didn't know that about ruby. So,
Mm-hmm.
the ruby, along the related sapphire, is second hardest natural gemstone, which only the diamond being harder.
Wow.
I didn't know that. The gem was once thought to protect warriors if worn on their armor or embedded in their skin. Considered the king of gems, the ruby symbolizes love, passion, energy, and success.
I feel like that reminds me of some like type of history thing where like they talk about the blood ruby and stuff. Because you said they use it to wear on their armor and stuff.
It's supposedly supposed to protect them. Okay, so July zodiac and astrology. July zodiacs are Cancer, which is June 21st to July 22nd, and Leos, which is July 23rd to August 22nd. We have a lot. We only have one Cancer and one Leo. Two Leos.
You guys have two Leo, one Cancer and one two
Two
Leos.
Leos.
I think we have no Cancers in our family. I don't think so.
Yeah, July 22nd. July 22nd is the cutoff for Cancer.
What is it? From June 21st to July 22nd? Oh, no, we do have one Cancer. My nephew.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, he is very emotional.
Yep.
He's really sweet. He's a softie.
Oh.
Is he a people pleaser yet?
Yes.
Sorry. I just know a lot of Cancers that are very people pleasers.
Well, he's still very little. He's still a little boy, but he's very sweet. He gets along with a lot of people. And he actually does well on his own. He does really well on his own.
I think a lot of Cancers are like that too. At least.
I'm always like, where is he? And then his dad's always like, he's in his room. Remember that one time I think I told you guys, I was like, where is he? I went to his room. I couldn't find him. And then I went and searched. I think I like entered his room like 5 times. And by the time it's like the 6th time that I went to go search for him, he was under his bed sleeping.
Under the bed?
Yeah, because his bed is pretty high up.
Pretty
so,
high.
Oh.
He just has to crawl and he can sleep under there. And I'm like, you're so weird. But
Maybe he wants some peace and quiet.
I think it's so cute. Yeah, I can see that because
And
their
I think
family's
it's
rowdy.
always like the just the idea of something over them.
To protect.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so cute. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, you're so cute but weird. I was like, I was so confused because he had like laid so still. I was like, wait, is that him or is that his clothes?
Mm.
Yeah. So.
Yep.
Oh.
And I know you have a lot of Leos in your family.
I do. What the Leo cutoff is?
August.
Has to be before
the
August
22nd.
20.
August 22nd
Yeah.
is the cutoff.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then plus my 5 people, 5 Leos in my life from their birthdays, from the start of Leos to the end of Leos.
Dang.
Yeah, actually in my family, in my immediate family, it's just me and my younger brother and my mom that are not, and my dad too, that are not Leos, and the rest of them are Leos.
Well, you know when they were consumed.
Aren't you a Leo rising though?
I am a Leo rising. Yeah. Because of the hour that I was born.
Yeah.
I know, it matches so well. It's so annoying.
It's okay. Me too.
Yeah.
And I guess that concludes for the Farmer's Almanac
I
for
love
their
this.
month of July.
July.
But yeah, just didn't know if y'all wanted to discuss your guys' memories of July, at least for like J4. I know we haven't. A lot of us have different stories of July.
I mean, the only thing I was saying earlier was that, like, you know, I came from Wisconsin in, God, it's so long ago. In 2000, summer of 2007 or 8, no, 2009, right? Hold on, let me think this through. Jeez.
It had to be 2008
8.
because that's when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the summer of 2008, we moved exactly on June 13th. Like, I remember specifically because that's my cousin Cynthia's birthday. Hey, Cynthia. Don't know if you're listening to this. Love you. But we were driving in the middle of the night because we had moved everything over. And then I was like, this is it. But there was a big culture shock, you know.
I bet, yeah.
Because the weather's different. The dialogue is different. Even though, you know, everybody's speaking in English, it's different. Like, y'all make fun of me and my water bubbler and, you know, when you say, like, put things up. Like, my siblings and I, we used to, like, kind of, like, get confused. Because when we went to the local went to the schools here, I think I was a junior. And then I was just like, I don't understand these teachers. They're like, put up your books. And I'm like, where? Hold it in the air? You know? So we're like, what? If you think about it, for someone who doesn't understand, it's like, put your books up.
Put
where?
up your books.
You know? So it was very interesting. It was always very hot. And I remember, like, it was so hot to the point where, like, it's really cold in the house and it's really hot outside. We got sick a lot. We actually got, I think a lot of my siblings got hay fever from that. Yeah.
That would make sense, yeah.
But it was interesting to say the least. Yeah.
I know, like, I think for some people, when they move, kind of like what you guys do, they usually come from, like, a city, and then they move out to, like, the boonies.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, well, no wonder it's a culture shock, because you're in the middle of nowhere with nothing.
I know. It took me a long time to accept that my parents just really wanted some familiarity because, you know, like they were born to, you know, ote and stuff and or like when they were younger. And so they're used to that. And then I guess they're tired of the city life and they want to go back to some kind of nostalgia so they can feel comfortable or like relate to something. But everybody knew that like ended quickly. A lot of people did not stay out there too long.
And I think that was during like the recession that happened.
Yeah, 2008-ish.
Because that's when everybody started to move back away from Oklahoma back to wherever they're needing to go.
Yeah, I remember. It's just interesting because I was just kind of like when we were still living in Wisconsin and my dad was like, I got offered a job in Oklahoma and I'm like, Oklahoma, what are we gonna do over there? You know,
a lot of people are still like, so y'all still ride like horses
and stuff?
There's still like dirt roads and stuff, and I'm like, no, only if you out in the boonies.
Okay. What was I trying to say? Dang, I lost my train of thought. I mean, technically, there's still people who ride horses.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, technically,
they bring
it's like
it
out there.
Like, out there in the countryside.
Where they actually have land. But, like, in Tulsa, no.
Actually, where my parents used to live, I wouldn't mind. If I had money, an abundance of money, I would have a house out there and I have a house in the city because it's really quiet. And I really miss it out there. But not to, like, farm necessarily, mostly just because to get away from all that noise.
Yeah, I think that's why Dad was saying, like, out at, I think, Fort Gibson or, like, Lake Gibson out there, there's plots for sale where you can, like, buy. And I think that's what Dad and I were talking about. If we wanted to buy a plot and then, like, have, like, a quote-unquote lake house or something.
It's just Dad. Right now, none of us can afford. We can
like,
barely afford
$3.
food
Yeah.
to eat and live on our own. Anyway, that's another story. But yeah, I just thought that it was such a change. I've never had experienced such harsh weather, like in terms of because I experienced it on the polar opposites. You know, like up north you experience the extremes of winter, and then down here you experience the extremes of summer. And I was like, wow. But we had the most fun ever in the summer because of how hot it was. Every day, we got to swim every day.
Yeah.
That's probably about the only
And
thing.
then we got dark.
Yeah.
Every
got
summer.
mistaken
We should have, like, put
different
sunscreen
rays.
on. We
Yeah.
were very, very dark.
It's like now that I'm looking at, like, at my face and everything, it's like, oh, dang, yeah, now you can see, like, all the sunspots that we have and
We had
how damaged our skin is.
we kind of looked Burmese probably because of how dark we were.
At least for us, when we were younger, because we were the only, like, Asians we get mistaken as.
Yeah, we played
Hispanic
outside
people.
all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
We blended in with them.
Yeah, with the Hispanic people, yeah. I remember, I think I said this to y'all. I don't know if about to here. We're in elementary school. I forgot what we were talking about, but they were like, "Do we have any Asian people here?" And I'm like, I raised my hand, and everybody looked at me, and they go, "You're Asian?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "I thought you were Hispanic the whole time." I'm like, "Oh,
No. It's
no."
funny because I was the opposite. I thought I was Mexican because I was dark, But I was little, okay? This was elementary school.
No, but that makes sense because I'm pretty sure that there was a big population of Hispanic students.
Yeah, around
Yes,
my
there
age,
is.
yeah, that
So
was
you-
a big...
So you thought you were Hispanic?
Because I didn't know that.
You're
you know?
literally
I was little.
white. That TikTok sound, that's you. I'm Mexican. No, you're literally white. That's you. That's so cute.
Then again, that's because I that's who I would always play with.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It makes
Yeah.
sense because,
Yeah, because I think that was also when a lot of Mexicans were moving into Oklahoma at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I love culture. The more the culture, the better the food and everything. So, but that's so cute that you thought you were Mexican.
Yeah, 'cause
you're
we-
literally white.
We blended in.
So cute.
Yeah, we had so many Hispanic friends, and we would go to like their family, at least for me, like their family gatherings or like some of their parties.
Aw.
And I'm like, oh my god, this is so freaking fun. And then I remember one of my Hispanic friends, I went to his birthday. It was at La Quinta, the hotel.
Oh God.
It was out there, and we went out there, and he had like this dessert. I don't know what it's called, but looking at it now, I'm like remembering it. It was just nothing but like fruit, marshmallow.
Oh, it's that one dessert.
Yeah, and I'm like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, Melissa, this is nothing but sugar.
And it's so good.
But it's so good.
Aw.
It's funny too because since I'm dating a Mexican, his parent like the desserts, it's so like simple, and then like they really love like bundt cakes. I don't know if you guys know that,
Cakes
but
are good.
Yeah.
they always because every time they do birthdays, it's not like your typical like tres leche or something like that. It's a bundt cake, and I'm just looking. I'm like, oh my god! And then they give me like a slice, and it's like so moist. I'm just like, oh my god.
That's why they like it.
good.
It's the
That's
why I
delicacy.
don't like it.
It's
So
good.
good.
And then they'll make like the Jello kind of marshmallow dessert.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I never got to taste it because it was gone by the time I tried to grab one, but it was so good.
Aw.
yeah, so good. Such good childhood memories.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, I never turn down a taco, man. You want to go get tacos? Let's go get tacos.
Yeah, no. And then I do remember in July when we were younger too. I think that was where that's when we had an actual pool behind in our backyard, and that's what we would do all summer.
This one's
And
inflatable
swim.
ones.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So then I'm guessing what, mom and just go play outside or something, and you guys just play in
Not
the
really.
pool,
We're
or-
just like, oh,
I
we're
think
going to be
it's
outside.
I think it's
Oh.
because we
well,
would
setting up the pool. That's what I'm saying.
We would always
Oh.
ask my parents to take us to the pool in the summer
Oh.
because it was literally like the neighborhood across,
Uh-huh.
and so because we would always want to swim, and so we try to convince him to give us a pool so we don't have to keep constantly asking him to take us to the pool across the neighborhood. And I guess he finally kind of gave in and bought one.
Aw.
So ever since then, like right after school in the summer, we'll just take everything off, put our swimsuits on, and head outside.
Yeah.
And we'll just be there all day.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why we were so dark when we were younger.
It's fun to play outside, though.
Yep. And then
We only ever went inside to go use the bathroom or get a drink of water.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm pretty sure our parents were just like, as long as they're having fun and they're out there doing stuff. then
Bro,
they're good.
like, they're not bugging me. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as adults now, we're like, yeah, I love you so much, but also I need time to myself.
To be honest, I think they enjoyed that we kind of left them alone.
That's what I'm saying. They probably were like, yes, I need time alone.
Yeah, because I mean, there maybe like a few times they will come out into the pool with us.
Mm-hmm.
But then majority of the time they'll just be inside the house watching TV.
Well, if we think about it as adults now, it's too hot to be out there, but the kids are like, yeah.
But then again, I don't know how hot it was back in the day. Like, I don't know if it was this hot as it was nowadays from back then.
I don't know. I feel like when you're younger, our bodies can handle a lot more damage. So
And I think from what TikTok University has told me,
yeah.
I think nowadays they're getting rid of so much land and so much trees that like actually like help cool the
Yeah.
earth down, and they're putting a lot of concrete shit in. All that makes the heat rise and stuff. And
It's
so
hotter.
technically, it's hotter now than it was
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
And so
Mm.
and global warming. So
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then I do know for J4 we
we're always in Minnesota
Was it
or
that?
Wisconsin.
it's like
You
I,
guys
think
are
I
visiting your
vaguely
families,
remember
right?
a lot of what we did in J4, but I do
Yeah.
know we traveled a lot.
Yeah, when we were younger, I think when she was like young.
Like
Where I
Jensen
wouldn't
them's
remember.
age?
Like maybe, yeah.
Oh.
Like when I was younger, I would say maybe 10 or younger, 11 or younger. Yeah, we would always be up in
How many years
Wisconsin.
ago was that?
I gotta calculate. Like 20 years ago?
What did you say?
20 years
I know. I was
ago?
gonna say. That's why I said, how long ago was that?
Yeah, like 20 years ago? Yeah. We would always be in Wisconsin because that's where my dad's families would be at.
Yeah, because I don't remember us doing fireworks here in town until like maybe we were in elementary school.
Oh.
Yeah,
And we
we
did
would
like
always be
very
up
little.
there.
Because I remember, I think Dad was always tell us that it was illegal to do fireworks
In the city?
in the city.
In the city.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we weren't able to do anything.
What a real follower. He's
So then we were little, so we didn't care what
I
kind
know,
of
I
fireworks
was
we
like-
had.
I think one time Michelle sneaked in some fireworks for us, like the small ones, like sparklers
Oh, yeah.
and all that stuff. And we
Yeah.
lit it off in the backyard.
In the
one time.
backyard, yeah. But we didn't do like the sky ones until maybe later on.
Listen, your brothers want to introduce me to those, what you call it, Roman candles?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why would you want me to? You're crazy. Why do you want me to hold this while it's lit? Like, people are going to get hurt.
Man.
No, man, y'all are crazy. But
Because
then,
I remember, I think the only time we actually did like very big fireworks like that was when we had
The land.
the land, and then had that was in.
you know what?
Owasso.
If he did not sell that, I would have lived like really close to my parents. I would have been like, let me take those. Let me take that land off, yo.
I think he
Damn,
still
fuck.
has that land.
No, they got rid of that.
No, that's the same land that's in between that's in between
Other people's?
other people's land, I think. The,
The
one
one
that
with
we
the-
never went back to.
the lake, the one we had to like open the barbed wire, and then we had to sneak like crawl in, right?
I think so.
There was that one, and then we also did it at the house, the land house.
They got
The
rid-
house
oh,
of
no,
the
wait.
land.
That's the one that he shares with one of his brothers, right? Is that the one?
No.
I thought both
That's
of them
all
they both
his
shared
own?
with the.
I thought he shared
I think
that
that's the one that he shares with our other uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the land in the middle of other people's land, he shares it. He doesn't.
Yeah,
it's not
he
by
I
shared
think he
with
shares
them,
it
but
with
I
the
think
other
they-
uncle.
From what my dad said, I think they actually sold that one
That's
Oh.
what I thought. So they
Oh.
did sell it. And I'm like, oh, that's
because I don't think he talks about that one anymore.
Do you remember the house that Dad used to have? The one with the barrel?
Bro, yeah, that one.
That one, I wouldn't mind living in that one because like
Yeah.
I want land, but not that much land. Where the
It
house,
wasn't that bad.
yeah, the house
actually.
that we were at.
That's
it
where
w-
we actually did good fireworks. And
Yeah.
stuff.
So why did they sell it? They just didn't go out there?
I don't think Dad planned to rent it out. I think he originally planned it to actually sell it.
Well, at first he
Rented out.
rented out to Hmong people,
people.
a few
Oh.
Hmong people, because that house was originally owned by a Hmong person, and my dad bought it out,
and fixed it.
and we fixed it up, and then he rented it out to another, I think, Hmong people, and I think they kind of like ruined it.
Man.
Because they
I
would
don't
leave shit like out in like the yard and stuff, and it would just be there. It'd be like a pile of like bricks
know.
out of nowhere, or like a pile of dirt out of nowhere.
Man, I'm telling you, the land
Yeah.
that he had back then.
I was like, that land was like so fun because like it wasn't like 100 acres. I don't even know how much acres it was.
It wasn't that big, but
Well,
not
knowing
that
how big
big.
you guys like it, it probably was like 1.5 acres or something.
Yeah,
or
it was
Maybe,
two.
or maybe even like 1 acre.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
guys probably didn't. Yeah.
Because it was close enough to where it was still by Tulsa, maybe like
Yeah.
a 10-minute drive into Tulsa, but it was. You got enough land where you can do like your own garden, and like have like your own stuff, and then you could
Yeah.
like tear the house down and then build a new house, but it was still close enough to have a community with your neighbors.
Also, it's like you're using city resources too, probably.
Yeah.
Not actual using like well water.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
stuff.
So it was like the perfect in the middle of everything.
Mm-hmm. And then like it was like one of the houses that we didn't actually mind going to. They helped them fix the house, but in reality, we were just there for all the entertainment around the house, kind of thing. I mean, and the layout of the house, I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, it wasn't that bad either.
Mm-hmm.
It had a lot of rooms.
I think it's like
Was it actually a home or was it a?
It was a home.
It was a home.
Oh, really?
Because
Yeah.
like you go in and then like you're literally in the living room, and then there was I think maybe a room or two on the right side, right?
Mm-hmm. Room or two on the
And then
right.
the kitchen's in the back, right?
No.
Or is it? I vaguely don't remember the middle of the house on the
So
side.
you walk in, two rooms on the right, and on the left it goes into the dining area.
Yeah, and then there's a downstairs.
And then there's a downstairs that goes down, and there's
two other rooms.
two other rooms and a bathroom, full bathroom in there, and there's a full bathroom on the top section.
Oh, there's 2 full bathrooms.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then the dining room and the kitchen's connected, and then the kitchen goes straight into the backyard.
Yeah, because there's a door.
And then it connects to the other side of the living room from the kitchen.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
whoever has that house or that land, if they ever get rid of it, which I doubt
I
it,
remember it was a
but you could try to buy it back.
It was a Mika guy. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's still
Oh.
there.
Yeah, it was a great little small land area.
Maybe the only bad thing, if I remember correctly, was the kitchen wasn't that big.
But girl,
This is
like
like,
I said,
I
you
don't
could
need a really big one. I just need a functional kitchen.
It was a pretty big, well, not big kitchen, but
It's a decent
it
size.
was a decent sized kitchen for like a small family.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah.
it looked from the outside, it looked like maybe a mobile home, but then like the further you go in, it was like, oh, okay. So
It's
Well, because
not
they can
mobile.
have they have mobile homes that you can like anchor to, and then it'll become like an actual like structural home. I don't know what the actual word is.
you know,
That's what I'm saying because
I don't think it was a mobile home.
I don't think it was.
no. Oh.
I think what's throwing me off is because of the downstairs portion is what's throwing me off. That to make it a mobile home.
Oh, yeah. Then I guess it was a regular home then, because you
Because
actually
it was maybe
had
like
it
a step.
downstairs.
It was just like a step or two down to the lower area,
Oh,
and then it was like a little lobby, and then there's the rooms,
that's
and then the
cute.
bathroom, and like maybe a shelf, a really big shelf on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the older I get, I'm become like that old like person in the neighborhood. Like I would like my quiet and peace. It's like
Yeah.
really nice out there. I
Yeah.
really miss my
It was
parents' old home.
quiet and peace, and my dad and them put in 2 swings on the big trees.
Mm-hmm.
And so us kids could like go and swing on there and like to leave them alone pretty much.
Yeah.
And then it's close enough to where there's neighbors, but it's also far enough to where you guys can't hear each other,
Yeah.
you know. So it was a good little plot of land.
That's also when we had that firework incident too. I think not us. For us, it was for our brother Mitchell. Right? That was there, right? Or was it somewhere else? With the black cat firework.
Oh, I think it was
Was it
there.
there?
I think it was there. I wasn't there though.
I wasn't there. All I remembered was the after effect.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Is that the same land that Child was like Pastor Charles and their shotgun shells or something, and he was that you guys found on the land? Is that one?
Probably.
It rings the bell.
Probably.
He
'Cause
was
I think
like,
that's the only one that Chow's ever been out to.
because he was saying something like, "Wow, I thought it was a pastor, and there's all these shotgun shells or whatever." On
Yeah,
the
I think so. And then
outside.
and I think my dad kept some in his car, if I remember correctly. In the old Forerunner, he kept them in the little cup holders. Because I was like, "Why do you have those?" He's like, "Found those at the land," and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
Aw, that old car that he had, has a lot of memories, huh?
It did.
Yeah, that was where we played on the trailer too. I'm surprised Dad let us play on the trailer.
in the
like
back
that.
of the trunk. It would have like metal pipes that goes up, and I'm guessing it's for like the top roof part. And I remember all the time that we would play on that, like it's a jungle gym, in the trunk.
I've only ever been in that car like a couple times, because I remember since we had those really bad winters, then Mike would drive Dad's car to come out and see me.
Yeah.
So that's the only time I got to be in that
Mhm.
car, and I was like, oh, it's a cute little car. It has a lot of memories.
I think it was a 96, 95.
I had to look it up. It was actually older. It's I think a 92, 93. It's a really old model.
No, I think
Is it?
It's between 92 and 95, I think.
no, because Dad said that he got it before.
That don't mean it's a brand new year.
No, I think Dad said that he got it before Michelle.
Oh, that
Like a
car-
year
oh, no,
after.
it is older.
Yeah, so it's like 80.
I had to look it up because I was trying to
86?
tell Rod how old that car was, and I think
Yeah.
it was a little older.
No, that car is old, pretty old.
I think it
Yeah.
was like 80 something.
Yeah, like 86,
wow.
87.
It's a cute
1980
car.
something. Yeah.
It was a really cute car. It's definitely a Mong Dad's car.
Like I remember being in the back seat and you had to pinch the windows in order to open the window.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how, that's how old that window.
And
those
then that
doors-
little window in the corner, you can just press button and pop it open. And it's just a little bitty little window.
and you got to sit there and roll the windows down.
Yeah.
And then we would fight for the window because no one wanted to sit in the middle.
But it was fun. It was a cute car.
Yeah, July. A lot of memories for me, July.
Good memories.
Summer.
me,
Summer
yeah.
memories.
Very nostalgia.
Now it's just too damn hot. Don't want to go anywhere.
I understand why these kids nowadays don't want to go out, but it's just still.
It's too damn hot.
You don't get grounded, you get put outside.
For real.
What do I do? I don't know. Figure it out.
Did I tell you? Speaking of being outside, sorry. This is kind of off topic, but speaking of being outside, it was one time, it was me, Liam, Jensen, and that was outside in the backyard. We were outside and we were playing, or they weren't really playing. Okay, they don't know how to play. Kids these days don't know how to play. They don't know their imagination. And so Rowan and went back inside. Okay. And so it was just us, and Liam was on the trampoline, and he was just laying down there. And then it was me, Jensen, and on the playground. And then Jensen's all like, "Auntie, come sit up here on the playground." I can't get up there, y'all. I'm too big. Okay.
This is a kid-friendly only playground.
Yeah. I was like, I'm too big. It's
Made
not
out of wood.
Yeah, it's made out of wood, and it's not sturdy for all of us to be up there. And so I was like, "Oh no, I can't." And then I was telling him, I go, "Hey, let's play sharks." And then Jensen goes, "What shark?" And I go, Imagine shark. You know that? Imagine that we're on a boat and there's sharks." And he goes, "What shark?" And then I go, and I looked at Liam and I go, "Over there, that's a shark. That's a shark." And then he goes, "That's no shark. That's Liam."
Oh my God.
In my head, I'm like, "Oh my god."
She probably was like, "Oh my god." So
So for like a good, like 5-10 minutes, both of them were like, "What shark? What shark? No shark." And I'm like, okay, so like I had to like pretend to like swim around and like pretend like a shark's attacking me in order for them to like finally
click.
see the visualization.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. Okay.
Imagine me. I'm pretty sure I was inside because I was dealing with the other princess. If I was there,
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
imagine me seeing her from the window, being all crazy.
Yeah, so it was just pretty funny. But yeah, okay.
Those kids, I swear. But I guess that is good for my episode for the month of July since it starts. You guys stay hydrated, at least wherever you guys are living. I'm pretty sure it's hot as well.
Wear sunscreen.
Yes. I'm not used to that yet, but I gotta start now, so. But you guys, see you guys on the next episode. Bye.